So I can say that to everyone in the meeting. But they're being consistent.
Yeah. I'm very thorough, you know.
Try to be consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
How are you doing?
Looks like a good one.
Hard actually. High school.
Good morning. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Lenawee County Land Bank Authority for Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. You all should have a copy of the agenda in your packet.
I'll move approval of the agenda. Support.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, approval of the minutes from Tuesday, January 28th, 2025 in your packet.
Move to approve.
Support.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, moving on to the finance reports. I'd like to direct your attention to the income statement for January. At the top, under application fees, the $25 was the application that the sales committee discussed for 949 Howell Avenue. And down at the bottom, under expense, we had to pay our MLBA membership dues in the amount of $250 for the 2025 year. Leaves our cash balance of $258,860.98. There are any questions?
Move to approve the finance reports.
Support.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, moving on to new business. In your packet, you'll see an email that I received from Dallin Bedfield from the city of Adrian regarding Liberty Street, which lies to the east of the old Buckeye property that we own on 410 East Beecher. They wish to vacate the street and transfer the road as a private driveway to Euclid's. I believe that's the only person using that road at this time. My only concern with that is that it seems to be Liberty Street is the access to that property. So I would be concerned if we did not have access to that property or a future owner did not have access to the property. So I think we should ask for maybe an easement for access to our property, if that's a possibility, but anybody have any thoughts?
Could we also ask Matt, the city engineering director over there, if we could have access off of Han Street, or would that be a possibility as well?
I'm sure we could ask. Any other thoughts? No? Okay, so we'll reach out to Matt to see if we can have access on Han Street. If that's a possibility, does anybody have any problems with me letting the city know that they can vacate the street?
Madam Chair, I would just recommend from our conversation with them that we say that we have access to any street for the purchase or development of that property, because we don't want to end up in a situation that we had with another property with not being allowed to go on the property other than a certain area. We want to make sure we have access on all areas.
I
agree with that.
Okay. Don't believe we need a motion, but we will be in contact with the city of Adrian regarding the board's wishes. All right. Moving on to existing business, application status. The sales committee met and discussed the application we received for 949 Howell Avenue. We received an application from Habitat for Humanity for a sale price of $500, which is not anything different than we would sell for the side lot. Their plan is to build a Habitat home on the property. So at this time, I would like a motion to move forward with the sale of 949 Howell Avenue.
So moved. Support.
Any discussion?
Can I just add that for everyone who wasn't in the sales committee, Habitat is also building on the same street at the same time. So it's really allowing two homes for development on the same street at the same time, which is great for the community.
Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. In your packet, you will also see the property inventory review results from the sales committee meeting. We talked about each property and determined the best price that we determined for marketing so we can get our spec sheets online. Does anybody have any questions on the sheet?
Have you reached out to the neighbors like we'd talked about?
I could not until I had board's approval.
Okay.
So we were waiting till today before I started that process.
Same thing with the gift process.
Correct.
Until I have authority to do that, it really wouldn't make sense. Thank you.
So are you looking for a motion to,
We're looking for a motion to accept the sales committee recommendations for pricing.
so moved?
Support.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, moving on to community development coordinator comments.
Good morning. As you may have received by email, but you also have on your desk, working together for housing on March 17th. Region K is coming together. As you know, I'm part of the Communication and Education Committee for Region K. And this is with MISTA and their Michigan statewide housing plan. There is an all-day program. It's going to talk about housing advocacy, community advocacy. You can see all the great things that are going to be included. If you do not know, Region K is Hillsdale, Jackson, Lenawee, Livingston, Monroe, and Washtenaw. Our committee has been meeting for almost 2 years now, along with the Region K. And this presentation was Community Action Agency had received funding, so we have some great speakers. It's free, lunch will be provided, and it's at Washtenaw Community College. There's a registration link there. If you would like it by email, please just let me know, but I'm pretty sure that everyone received it by email. Moving on to the National Land Bank, we submitted a poster proposal. The National Land Bank is going to be in Detroit in September of this year. Through the Education Committee, through the State Land Bank, we were all encouraged to do that. So that was submitted yesterday. And we have a series once a month on the State Land Bank presentations for people to become engaged and learn about different activities with the State Land Bank.
Any
Any
questions? Okay, hearing none. Any public comment? Do not see any public here, so at this time I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we are adjourned.